What's up, guys? I'm excited to be back with you. I know it's been a long time. Gonna try to get back into the groove of things. But wanted to share with you my latest pedalboard setup. And I know, like, there's, hey, I want to show you my pedalboard setup, man, because it's cool. Like, I know there's a bunch of those videos, but I feel like this one's really unique because I'm utilizing the HX effects. I'm utilizing the 2 notes torpedo captor, and I'm pretty stoked on how everything set up and worked for me this past weekend when I was playing guitar for Andrew Aaron Zeller's live album that will be upcoming hopefully in January. So anyway, I want to show you guys the setup. I want to show you guys how I'm running things. No sound bites this video. Sorry if you're looking forward to that, but this one's all about the tech, how I'm running it, and how it's working for me. So let's check out the board now. So here's the latest version of this pedal board. It's probably my most elaborate and complicated setup, but it's working for me, and I played live with it all weekend and it turned out great. So I'm gonna go through the whole signal chain, and this video is gonna be all about the signal chain and how I'm running everything here. So I start with the old trusty Visual Sound Route 66, go in on the compressor side, out on the drive side, into the HX effects, and then stereo out from the HX effects into the timeline, and then stereo out from the timeline to the big sky, and then stereo out to either front of house or a recording interface, you know, whichever way you need to go. Currently I don't have a way to sum mono, but really not worried about that right now because this setup really sounds best when it's stereo. And I can accommodate if I need to, just by pulling some wires. So that's the base signal chain. So everything gets really complicated when we get to the HX effects. And so this is the whole reason why I bought the HX effects, was because of its MIDI capabilities and its ease of use for me to be able to see what I'm working with. So what I have going on is the HX effects talking MIDI to the DPC-8EZ Gen 4, the timeline, and the big sky. Obviously with the timeline and the big sky, I can put in any kind of MIDI command change or program change, bank change, and it listens and it does whatever I need it to do. I can also have it turn on and off the pedal so I don't have to like get my foot in there in all kinds of awkward situations and hit all kinds of knobs I'm not meaning to, which is really convenient. The fun stuff happens when we start talking about the routing with this DPC-8EZ. So as far as I know, the Gen 2 works, the Gen 3 obviously works. I can put a link to Disaster Area's video on how they link these two pedals for greater detail, because I watched it a lot. But what's happening is this. I split, and if you know anything about this loop, true bypass loop pedal, it's really cool. It splits up all of the loops into 2 sets. And so basically the first 4 loops on this side are on one switch, and then the second 4 are on another. And you're able to split those up because they have like a effect send and return right in the middle of it. So what I'm doing is the first 4 loops go into effects send and return 1. The second 4 loops go into effects send and return 2. So in my first 4 loops, I have the Pog 2, that's Pog 2, I have the Freeze, and then I have the Morning Glory, and it goes in that order. In the second 4 loops, I just have the El Capistan, and before it even hits the El Capistan, it goes out from effects send 2 into this junction box, and from here I send it to my amp and this pretty new guy for me, well, for the channel anyway, the 2 notes torpedo captor. So here's what's going on. The 2 Notes torpedo captor is a load box. Well, it's a load box, direct box, speaker emulator, DI. Like, it's pretty awesome. And so I go from my speaker out into the 2 Notes, and that's able to send the true tone from my amp back to wherever I need it to go. So what's happening is, again, going out from the effects send to into this junction box into the input of the Newcastle 30. From the speaker out, it goes to the 2 Notes torpedo captor. From its output to the return here, and that hits the input for the second 4 loops on the DPC-8EZ, and out from the DPC-8EZ into the return on effects 2. So what that enables me to do is have pre-effects and post-effects for my amp. So all the overdrives and everything that I want to have hit my amp I'm able to manipulate that in the signal flow of the HX effects, because on the HX effects it treats the effect sends and returns as actual effects blocks, and so whether you have one pedal in here or you have multiple pedals in here, you can do that. So the cool thing about having that is I have full capability to MIDI control this DPC-8EZ as well. So no matter if I wanted to just turn on an individual effect here, or if I wanted to go into preset mode and have certain presets turn on every time I hit a switch, I can do that. And in my signal chain, I can manipulate the signal flow however I want to. So now you're probably asking, okay, well, you have your amp, what are you running for your speaker cab simulation? And I'm not running any simulators at all. I'm actually running an IR. And basically I've purchased the Celestian Gold IR pack. It gives you every single miking combination you could ever desire for that cabinet you want. They give you everything from a single 12 to a 412, mic'd with a 57, mic'd with a Royer 121, mic'd with all kinds of different dynamic mics, closed back, opening back cabs, and so I can basically get the exact same tone I would get in studio, miking my cab that I bought with the Newcastle, basically in the box. So I'm running an IR that has a closed back Celestian Gold mic'd by a 57 and a Royer 121, and that's in the signal chain as well. So that's really cool. So that's the complicated setup, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying being able to just set up custom presets and know what I'm looking at, know exactly what I've assigned to every single switch, and watch it work. One other thing that I've been really excited about is the capability it has to run off of the desktop editor, the HX Edit. I've been able to run all kinds of different scenarios in rehearsals where I have a computer hooked up to the HX effects, and as we're rehearsing and we know that we need to change BPMs, we know that a tremolo would sound good on this part, I can just easily go to the HX effects editor, assign something, save it there without even having to bend over and hit all the dials and stuff like that. And of course, I can still do that without the HX editor, and it is pretty easy to manipulate everything here on the HX effects. But I won't go into huge detail about what the HX effects does right now, because there's tons of videos out on that. I just wanted to show you guys how I'm using it right now with my board and my setup, and introduce you guys to the 2 Notes torpedo captor, because this has been really cool, having authentic amp sounds into my direct system, because you guys know, like I've been going direct almost exclusively for all my videos and everything, and I've used everything from, you know, the amp simulators on Logic to the New Neighbor Immerse, and all that stuff, and to actually find a solution where I can use my investments wisely with my technology has been great. So I'm sure there's going to be tons of questions. I hope I explained everything clear enough. I will have another video with all kinds of sound samples and everything, and I'll even do one dedicated to just the 2 notes captor and the Newcastle 30, because that's something you guys need to hear. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, because I have a lot more videos coming up. So thanks for watching.